Hello everyone, and welcome back to Art History Shorts and to our month of talking about creepy and scary paintings in celebration of Halloween. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. So I couldn't do this month without talking about Hieronymus Bosch's depiction of hell from the triptych The Garden of Earthly Delights. This is the third panel on a nearly 13 feet across triptych, and the dates of this work varies. I've seen 1490 to 1500, 1500 to 1505, and 1503 to 1515. So the consensus is early 1500s, and that it took him about 5 to 10 years to complete. So it's difficult to nail down anything exact about this because Bosch didn't date this piece and or any of his other work, and he only signed a few of them. So this has made it really difficult for historians to kind of attribute the correct paintings to Bosch himself. His work was really popular in his lifetime, so copies have been done of them, and also he was a teacher. He taught people how to paint, and so some of the work that might have been discovered as can really be attributed to followers of his. So there are only about actually 25 paintings and 8 drawings that we can confidently say were done by Bosch himself. Not a whole lot is known about his life, actually. He didn't leave behind any letters or journals or documentation about any of his work, kind of to interpret it. But we do know that he was a painter from the Netherlands in the 15th and 16th century. He comes from a family of painters and artists. His grandfather, his father, and his brothers were all artists, and it's believed that he changed his name to Bosch for the town that he lived in to kind of set himself apart from them. We also know that he was a very religious man, and his works primarily deal with religious themes. Probably the piece he is most well known for is the triptych The Garden of Earthly Delights. And while triptychs are usually used as altarpieces for religious functions, this one is actually and this one does deal with religious themes. It has Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden, and depiction of hell. But this one is actually believed to have been a secular commission, so not commissioned by churches. Instead possibly created to celebrate a wedding, because the central themes of the painting are believed to be about sex and procreation. However, no interpretation of this piece is really accepted universally. Others believe that the Garden of Earthly Delights was done as a warning or a mortality tale to kind of show the fate of sinners who succumb to the pleasures and perversity of the ego. The panel on the right shows God telling Adam and Eve, this place is yours to do with you as you will, but if you kind of live your life like the central panel here, where everything is about the pursuit of pleasure, then the panel on the right depicting hell is what waits for them. So a life spent in the middle section leads to punishment for their sins, and oh, what punishments did Bosch come up with? This piece and Bosch's work in general is fascinating. He is the first recorded artist to draw from his imagination instead of painting things within the realm of reality. He didn't just create or recreate scenes from the Bible. He filtered them through his own mind and imagination and filled these scenes with symbolism and absurdities. And I guess you could say that he kind of got away with painting images like this because it was all in the realm of medieval religious art. So he kind of got to paint a man emptying his bowels of gold coins into a well of faces because it symbolizes the evils of greed. And I think that art history is one of those subjects that people think of as really, highbrow and elite, like, some learned scholars telling people how to think about art. So I really enjoy this piece because it sort of subverts that idea. Because many of these scenes are anything but highbrow. We get scenes from this painting of hell like this, or like this, or like this. Every time I look at this panel, I see something new. I mean, look at Look at these two friends walking along on this plate on top of this tree man, who actually some people believe is a self-portrait of Bosch himself. This panel is like the most disturbing Where's Waldo that you'll ever see. So the idea of the imagination, of painting from our dreams and our nightmares, it was really revolutionary for the time. Bosch can be considered more of a surrealist painter, and actually many surrealists were inspired by him, including Salvador Dali. So whatever your feelings about this painting, Bosch was undeniably creative. And I really recommend the interactive tour you can take of this entire triptych online, and I'll link that below. If you ever wanted to hear a proper British man say the words, "It's always been a complete mystery what the musical notes on the buttocks might have sounded like," or talking about a diabolical bird on a potty chair, then you should definitely check it out. So thanks for watching, everyone. I could not talk about scary, creepy paintings without including this one. Next week is our final Halloween-themed painting I'll be talking about. I post a new video every week about art and artists, so please subscribe if you'd like to see that. Thanks, everyone.